very silly songs. Hey, we bet there what's for lunch, Mum. E.B. must be worth a bomb. Then there was one about airline disasters, and one about Leamington Spa. Would it be wrong to drop a line to John, asking them where they are?
I am Brian Helicopter of The Shapes, one of the original Shapes, and I have come here today, despite my accent, from Berkeley, California.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm the star shape within the band. I share the guitar duties with Tim. We both fiddle about a bit and play the rhythms to keep Ben going.
My name's Tim and I play guitar.
My name's Seymour Bybus, and otherwise known as Ben Broughton, and I'm the singer with The Shapes. That was a motorbike.
Hello, I'm Dave. I'm Dave Gee. I'm a drummer with The Shapes. The Shapes and me started a million years ago, and I never believed that if I'd reached 54, I'd actually be the chef porn on the telly. But my favourite has got to be Rick Stein or Keith Floyd. They're pretty good, and I reckon this is pretty much in keeping with what they come up with. Loaves and fishes, or in fact Jeebus, but he was never really a chef.
Yes, this is an old new song. This is kind of current because of Wimbledon's just round the corner. Come on, Dave! Don't play tennis!
Yes, Dave. Could you tell us what you're planning?
Well, I think probably I want to spark a bit of controversy by saying I think the shapes are bigger than Jeebus.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this particular occasion.
We're certainly
And
bigger
we're
than
gonna get
Jesus.
in major
He's
trouble
a
for
gardener.
that.
Jesus,
And make
your
millions
garden
of
is
pounds
Jesus.
and have a gold hat.
Right, excellent.
And is this? What are you cooking on there, Dave?
This is fishes.
Fishes.
Fishes and loaves.
Loaves and fishes.
Well, I'm not going to cook these loaves because they're already cooked. But if a multitude happens along,
And are these fish from the Sea of Galilee?
actually they're from Northampton.
So I've been on tour with the Shapes since last Thursday, and it's been great fun. I've sort of found moments where I've just felt exhausted by it, and I felt very middle-aged, and what am I doing? But the rewards are huge getting together with these guys. They're such a bunch of laughs, and I keep reminding myself that people give their eye teeth to do what we're doing. And we've done some great gigs. People have been incredibly kind and appreciative of the fact we've come back out of retirement to do this. And so it's just been a kind of labour of love in the truest sense of the word. So it's been great. It's been really good.
So I'm tired, but it's been fun. You know, you never know how many more of these we've got in us. But if you'd have told us when we split up in 1980 that we'd do 2 subsequent tours and release the record repeatedly, I really wouldn't have believed it. But it's nice to see that it's had legs over 30 years. As for getting back together with everybody else, it's kind of like riding a bike, but it's sort of like an old rusty one with odd-sized wheels. So it sort of goes along, right? And it's a bicycle shaped, but occasionally the saddle will fall off and you'll get an unpleasant surprise, but it will make everybody else laugh, essentially.
Oh, I can hear it sizzling. Happy little fish. Fantastic things, fish. I'm going to go for a wash now.
must get out of the south and go up to the north to try the spa waters, darling.
Hello there, my name is Ben Broughton, also known as Seymour Bybus of the Shapes, and behind me is Warwick School, which is the place where the Shapes got their education and learnt many practical jokes and jolly japes that they applied later to the Shapes. I've come here to Leamington today to introduce a few of the places that were quite instrumental in the formation of the Shapes and their music. And as you can see, it's a beautiful day, so we're going to go do shapy things around Leamington. Thank you. See you later. Hello, this is Seymour Bybus again, outside the Spa Centre here in Leamington. This is a venue from which we were famously banned in 1977 for throwing baked beans all over the audience. I've come to 27 Woodbine Street in Leamington, which is the past home of Woodbine Mobile Recording Studios, where the Shapes recorded their 2 and only singles, Part of the Furniture EP and Airline Disaster Blast Off. And this is where John Rivers used to have his studio. All of this was recorded on 4-track down in the basement, you can see behind me. And so this should have a blue plaque on it, really, to John Rivers. Batman! This is the original laundrette that inspired me to write the song Batman in the Laundrette. Come on, Robin, off we go.
Everybody, so
well, the future of the shapes, you can never really tell. I mean, we always swear that we'll never do it, but I think it's a point of principle with us, such that we have them, is that as long as we can do it, we'd like to do it with the original 5, because there's so many other acts, and there's nothing wrong with it, but so many other acts that only have maybe 1 or 2 and sometimes none of the original members, and some of that's just unavoidable, you know, personal histories, illness, sometimes even death. But while all 5 of us are around, I think it's important that if we're only going to reform on very, you know, odd occasions, that it is the original 5 of us, so that people see the people from the records. As to future reformations, you know, you never know. I mean, we never know whether it's in the cards, and sometimes it isn't, we don't want to do it, and sometimes we want to do it and it isn't. But, you know, rather like strange planetary alignments, every now and again it comes around and here we are, in a strange German camper van on Brighton Pier while the drummer fries rancid fish on a beach.
I would love, I never say never, and I would love the seven gigs to end on a high, and with a future to perhaps reconvene again. But you never know, logistics, etc., etc. I'd like to think personally that this isn't the end of the Shapes, touring wise or gigging wise, that there will be times when we can all reconvene, get the logistics sorted, etc., etc. But we all have our own commitments, and it's never easy for us to all be together in the same place at the same time, because of, you know, we are sort of spread out quite a bit, really. So we all have our own things to do and our own commitments. But I, for one, would like to do it again, and I'd like to think the other guys are thinking along the same lines, to be honest.
I don't know what I feel about the band reforming. I've kind of got an uphill struggle with keeping my art on track. I run a festival in Hastings now called Trash Can, which seems to be building momentum. And but if the call comes and the money's decent to cover our expenses and stuff, this time around we did merchandise, which we've never done before, and it's gone really, really, really well. So there seems to be some income stream through doing stuff. And I'm kind of been aware of health issues around the Shapes. I'm very lucky, but you know, we're all getting on a bit. But it's amazing, once they all get on stage, they're like they're all 18, 19 again. Absolutely amazing. And I think we're probably playing the songs faster now than we did back then, which is some doing.
I probably have to kill myself first. No, I'm open to suggestions. We'll see what happens.
So I'll be back on. You don't get rid of me that easy. What's for lunch, Mum?
on it.